Hello everybody, it's Edwina from my craft orchard. How are you? This is the second time I've filmed this video. The first time I did it was a couple of weeks ago, which was before Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II died, and out of respect to the 10 days mourning for her death, I chose not to publish a video last week. So this is me redoing it basically. So as you can see from the title, this is I ain't happy with my planner, what am I going to do about it type video. I don't know. That's a simple question. Okay, let's have a chat, shall we? So, happy planner. I love my happy planner. So, to try and sort of make myself happy and plan, I need to find out what went wrong first. So the first thing that's gone wrong is the fact that my August didn't get anything put in it hardly. So throughout August I didn't do hardly any planning at all. So that was the first reason I chose to change my system. And then, so that was my main planning. My self-care didn't happen either. My moon and spiritual section didn't happen either. Neither did my content planning, neither did my home section for home planning, and certainly none of my writing. So as you can see, this whole, it's almost like for 2 weeks of August I just didn't look at it at all. That's the simple thing. So what I did, which is what the last video was about, which I will redo and show you now, is I've changed it slightly. So I had this pack of happy planner. There's a folder, there's this, there's another section in the home section which is like a hard, which white, that you can write on with a pen. You tell me, wipe off type board, and there was a bracelet with it and papers and all those sort of things. So I bought that. So I've changed the front for that. The future planner, I can't get my words out today. My future planner hasn't changed. It's still got the front with the date in. As you can see, the Kanban hasn't changed in over a month at all. So obviously that needs work. Now the only thing I have changed is I've put this project bit is now on within that pack. There was a goals or a vision board, so I put part of that in there to put those on, and then I put a piece of plastic over the top to protect them. I think also this was further back in my book and I've moved it forward. I can't remember. I think that's what's happened anyway. I've moved it further forward. I then took one of the vertical 3-box spreads and I dated it up with each of the months, and then I've put sort of a post-it note on for what I already know is going to be the focus for that month. So a bit of pre-planning, a bit of future planning in terms of projects. I've done that. And then I've got master tasks list. Now this is master task list for my desk. So if I'm sat at my desk, these are the sort of things, these are the tasks, these are the actions that I can do at my desk without my computer, without my phone, that sort of thing. So I've got one for home, I've got one for writing, my craft orchard, my personal, a someday maybe list, a gaming list, and a planning and journaling list. So it's very similar to getting things done for your next actions, and then your collections with your bullet journal type thing. So I've still got August in here because I still haven't, again, I haven't done a full monthly review because I'm not planning, and that's how it goes. So we went through, started off August okay, then it just got worse and worse and worse. So I decided to change to the weekly layout, and as you can see, that's the last week in August and nothing's been put on it. I did write out my monthly goals, I did redate my September, and then I made a start. So as you can see, I changed all these over and I made a really good start. I don't know, I don't know whether there's too much on that page, there's not enough decoration, or I just don't know. Then I did the second week, and again there's lots of things to do. I started the pen challenge. If you haven't caught that video, I'd go and have a look at that. The month of September I've started a planner supplies challenge, and September we were looking at pens and using different pens. This one, as you can see, is just smudged, so that's had to be changed. That's how it goes. So as you were going along, and unfortunately the Queen died on the 8th, and so that's what this week looks like, because we are now in 10 days of mourning. I'm actually filming this on the Sunday, and her funeral is on Monday, so you should be seeing this about here on the 21st. I haven't filled any of it out. None of it's been filled out. So I don't know if it's the fact that that week isn't working, I don't know whether the dashboard layout's not working. Having said that, I do like the smaller boxes on this page for putting day specific tasks and my appointments, and then having 4 sections over here for, maybe I need to do a different decoration on the lines or something. I don't know. You see, I used Tipp-Ex on that one, and I used stickers on that one. That is actually a better spread. You see, this is the problem. I don't know what's wrong with it to be able to put it right. Anyway, so that was the first change I made. The second one was I put this dashboard back in for my 6 months for life tracker, and because we're in September, I thought, well, I could still use that and then make another one in November to go in the front, and none of it's been filled out. Haven't done September, haven't done any of it, haven't even looked at it, and that's how it looked in August as well. So I thought, oh, I'll put a nice picture in for my moon. Again, as you can see, it doesn't even been stuck in. And post-it notes have been moved over. I made a few notes, I did a bit of decorating, but nothing's been done. And this is actually a page I transferred from the August, because none of it was completed, none of it was filled out, apart from one little section. Content planning, there you go, that's what it looks like. I actually took the weekly dashboard layout and put it in the personal section, and then I thought I would put the vertical into the content planning. That would give me a bit more space. And then what I have done is I sort of went through it with a piece of paper. There's no spoilers in this because there's just nothing in it. And I got my Tipp-Ex out and made bigger boxes and sort of used a pencil to go through and what would I use each page for. And that's it. And as you can see, I've taped off the dates because I thought the dates weren't working for my content plan. I need more information in the section, not what date I'm going to do it on. Nothing. Home section, dates are all the same. And then this is the board that I was telling you about, which is it's like a hard board that you can write on in a pen. Well, I've just put a load of sticky notes on for what we're going to eat for a menu, and then I was going to put probably some sticky notes on for like 3 aspects of the month that I need to concentrate on. And then in there should be a monthly calendar, which again I haven't cut down, I haven't punched or anything like that because I haven't been planning. So that's where that should be. And that would be an overview of the month of what meals, what appointments do we need to take out, that sort of thing. The other big change was for my writing section. I actually put all 3 months in. I put September, October and November in this section because NaNoWriMo is coming up in November, Preptober's in October, and then obviously I want to be doing some writing and some planning and that sort of thing in September. So I figured if I put all 3 months in, I can say, well, what am I going to do for NaNoWriMo? What do I need to do in Preptober? So what can I start in September? And that was the idea behind that. And I changed the calendar slightly to do a vertical, month on one page, and then I was going to use sort of goals for the month, and I made a list, which was nice. October again has just got pieces of paper and no actual planner pages, and then in October, in November for NaNoWriMo, I was going to do a full calendar, and then for each week, because this weekly goals page came in that pack with the folder, and there's a notes section and then weekly goals, and I thought, well, that would be great for NaNoWriMo because I could set myself weekly goals for the 4 weeks. And that's how I changed what I've got. It's not working. It's just not working. So my solution, get my bullet journal out. Okay, so I spent some time and I found a nice quote that I like. I put the index, and this is just an A5 notebook I had at the works. It's dot grid. I did the pen test with my pen challenge pens, and they all worked out pretty well. I then did what do I need on my daily pages, what do I need on my monthly pages. Obviously it's a new notebook, so half of it's empty. I set my index up, I set the future log up, I had a go at putting out a month, then I had a go at putting out a week. Then I thought I'd set 2 days aside to chronicle what was going on, where the Queen was during our 10 days of mourning. I then decided to do a full moon page and a new moon page for the month. And then I thought I might put 6 months for life in. And that's all as far as I've got. If you look at that, it's all in the setup stage. There's no writing in it, there's no dates apart from 1 to 30, but there's no month in there. That could be any month at all. So that wasn't worked either. Comment down below if you've been in this situation where you love bullet journaling, and the reason you came away from bullet journaling is because of all the setup and the, even though you've got stencils galore. Sorry, I'm going to cough. Even though you've got stencils galore, you just haven't set the book up, and you haven't used it, and you haven't filled it out. So it took me a week to do all that. I don't know. Okay. So I watched a few videos, as you do. Couple of different videos, and just to try and looked at Pinterest and got to try to get some inspiration and things. And I think the conclusion I've come to is I'm trying to do too much. It's simple as that. I'm trying to do personal content, writing, self-care, moon, spiritual journaling, the lot. So I need to downsize, basically. I need to go back to basics. So, for me, what would the basics be? I need something for each section. So, I'm going to leave the writing as it is. But the difference with the writing, I've decided, and I might take that divider. Yes, I'm going to take that divider out for now. I watched a video, and I will link it below, where she made a fall and a Christmas journal, and she'd made her own covers, and within the whole journal she had put autumn. So she'd put a Halloween, then she'd done Thanksgiving, and then she'd done Christmas. So she had a section for each one, and I can't remember what she called it. It wasn't Franken planning, it was something like a Transformer journal or something like that. And I thought, you know what, that sounds like an amazing thing. And I thought, you know what, maybe I'll have a go at that. So this is the old one, and I'm glad I just looked across, because I bought this set of rings. As you can hear, they're metal, but aren't they amazing? And I haven't used those, so I'm going to make a completely brand new setup, and I want you to come with me very quickly. Let's have a look. So what she did was she took covers and she put them back to back like that. So if I drop the discs in, see, now this is the dilemma. This is the dilemma. I have two of each colour. But which ones do I... Oh, there's only one of those. Ah, right. And I've got 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's actually enough for a large planner there. So which ones do I choose? We are autumn, aren't we? Gotta use the green. Love green. So we'll use a green, definitely use one green. I'm loving that colour, so we'll definitely use that one. And I'm just going to pop them in where I think. Let's go with one of each colour, shall we? And then see how we go. There we go, that'll do. Nice. So she put them back to back like that, and then flipped it over and inserted her pages. So I'll quickly do that for my writing section, because I like to have a different journal for everything that I'm doing. And for One Book July I put it all in the same journal, which worked amazingly, because again because they were in separate journals, I wasn't getting to them. And during July, once I put them all together, it worked brilliantly. So I'm still going to put them all into the same one. I just need, because I don't want to get expander rings, and I'll tell you why. I don't want a chunky monkey. I want to be able to do everything in a normal sized happy planner. That's not working very well. I don't want a great big chunky journal. So I know that one's upside down, it doesn't matter. New rings as well, they're not working very well. Okay, so the idea is that's the writing section. Okay, if I now take this off, now believe me, I did consider changing the front covers as well, completely changing these covers, this green cover for one of my others, and I just couldn't do it. This is my first happy planner, and I just love this setup. So that's got to stay, I'm afraid. Got to stay. And that's like that. trying to be as quick as I can. I don't want this video to be too long. So you put them back to back like that, and then you've got a journal, and then you've got your various things, and when you get to that you flip that under, and it should... Oh no, that didn't work, did it? Well, that would work like that. You flip that over. So that one's in the wrong place then. Oh, blimey. She made it look so easy when I watched the video. Seriously, she made it look, the lady made it look so easy. If this doesn't work, I'll have to go and work out how it does work. So you flip them like that, so that looks like that. And you open that up like that. And then when you open that, yeah, well that works. Okay, that works. Okay. The other section I was thinking I might put in is this cover, this set of covers, which is actually from the reflection planner, which I've got in my self-care bit. So I'm thinking I might still put the self-care in its own journal, but I don't know yet. I don't think I've fully committed to that bit. So I've got the writing in, I now need to put the rest in. So if you bear with me, I'll transfer what I think I need. Okay then. So out of the old one I've taken a load of different pages, so let me have a quick walk through just to see what I've done. So I've kept the Grow Your Own Way. I've put the folder in and the future log stuff at the front, the Kanban board, and that yearly oversee. Oh, I do like these rings. They're making me happy, I think. All the task lists, which are at the desk task list. I don't know, this actually might be a factor as to what's going on with my paper planner, because I have been having a play with digital planning as well, because we live in a digital age and I get a load of personal emails, my Craft Orchard emails, I'm posting online with my videos and all those sort of things, and so not having a digital planner had become quite impractical really, because writing down an email into here when all I do is sort of add it to a task list on the computer just seemed to be more efficient basically, and then also having the task list of things I need to do at the computer on the computer seemed to be more efficient. I'll let you know on that, because again I'm still playing with it. I'm still trying to find the right package to use. I've tried Google, I use the Google Calendar, but I tried to do that with Google Tasks and there seemed to be holes in that. I tried Microsoft Tasks, again I didn't like it. At the moment I'm using Todoist, again from watching videos it was recommended. So I'll let you know how that goes. If you do want a digital planner or how I combine digital planning and paper planning, let me know, and I'll see if I can do screen captures and stuff like that. It can get a bit difficult at times working out how to use technology, I have to say. So then I've put the September in. I actually left August out because August was still in there, and I've left it as the dashboard. I'm still prepared to give that a go because I think it was working. I don't think in some respects it was working. I think it just needs, I don't know, it just needs some adjustments. If you have any ideas of how to adjust this page to make it more functional or pretty or whatever, then leave me a comment down below. What I've then done is I've added just the monthly sort of tabbed page, which has half of the calendar on, for the reflective journal. I've added the 6 months for life, which is part, that planner was part of this, but I've just added those two. And then again for the moon journal, I've added just the page, the monthly page, and some things that I decorated to do sort of recordings of moon wishes and gratitude and, you know, those sort of things in there. So the idea was with this cover was to drop that in there like that. And so I don't know whether to do that, because then behind that would be this one and the moon, and then you'd come to the writing journal and you'd have your personal at the front. Do you know what, for now I am going to drop that in. I think I am going to drop that in. I can always take it out again, can't I, if it doesn't work. There you go. So let's just see if this transformer system now works. I'm hoping it does. So you've got your everyday personal tasks, project planning. Then you've got your personal and moon stuff. Then you've got your writing stuff. Well, that seems to work, and I do quite like the fact the green's on the back of that one, and the brown's on the back of that one. Yeah, I quite like that, I have to say. Okay, so there are a couple of other things I thought about, and I've had a quick look through my scrapbook paper, because again, the one thing I think I'm missing out of the happy planner, I know I can put loads of stickers and all of those sort of things. I wanted to be a bit more adventurous, because I've got so much scrapbook paper, and I've got other stickers, and I've got stamps, and I've got all of those sort of things that I was doing when I was junk journal, and I like tipping into bullet journals. And this is the point, I like the aspect of the bullet journal where you have a monthly page that you decorate yourself. And then you go forward through your month, and I suppose that's partly I'm sort of missing that aspect of it. So I found this one, which I thought was really quite September autumn, and then on the back it's just white. Then I found this sort of bluey one, which has got planets on the back, and then I've also found this really sort of witchy one, and that's purple on the back. And then I found this foxy one with rabbits, which I really quite liked, with leaves. I found this page in Daphne's diary, which I thought would be perfect for the home section, have a bit of decoration in the home section. And then I also found this, which is best every day, and I wondered whether I could incorporate that into my personal section. So the idea basically is, if I go back to the personal section, I've got the divider in, but this, I don't want to look at that. And it's the same with the moon section, I don't want to be looking at the calendar. So what I thought I would do is cut down a piece of scrapbook paper however I can to the size. It depends on if I want the words or whatever, and then cover that over with that. So if you think it's going to look something a bit like that, and and then September moon might look a bit like that. I thought that was better, really. So what I'm going to do off camera, I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to cut these down. I'm going to have a play with my weeklies and my monthlies and do a bit of decoration and do my weekly, monthly planning and all those things. I'm going to do all that off camera, and then what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll show you sort of the final setup solution to my planner rut. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, then I'm back. So it's actually the next day, and so I spent a lovely afternoon cutting and sorting out things like that. So the one thing that I did miss out of this yesterday when I was telling you about it was the content planner, and I didn't take that out, but I have actually put that back into the complete happy planner. So the whole year for the content is in there, and I will go through that and I will revamp it and again have a look at why that's not working, etc. At a later date. Okay, so final flip, let me just show you what I've put in and what it looks like now. I've had a you know, overnight and had a play and that sort of thing. So I've kept the Grow Your Own Way cover. And I changed yesterday, I changed all of the discs for these rainbow. I am loving these discs now, I have to say. It really feels like a new planner. I've still got the happy things inside folder. I've still got the future plan. God, I don't know where my words are today. I've still got the Kanban, still needs updating, haven't got to that, far too much going on, and again the yearly. And what I've then done is I've popped in a piece of scrapbooking paper. I showed you this yesterday, and I've decided to put the Foxes one there, and the one with the stag on I'm going to put in for November, I think. And that actually starts off the master task list section. Now when I cut this, I didn't know where I was going to put it, so I didn't put a tab on it. So there's a couple of things. I could either actually stick a tab onto it so it shows me exactly where the task lists are. I put one of these which is from the ARC system because it's got a tab at the top. I don't think that's going to work. And I've also, this is the bookmark out of my moon section, so I could use something like that. I haven't decided. This is going to be one of those use it and see type situations where I don't know whether I need the tab or whether a top bookmark would work. Again, I'm not sure. The thing is, I actually think that I need tabs on each of these pages so I can easily just go down and go to the list I need fast, as opposed to have to keep flicking through. So again, this whole section, I think it's one of those use it, see what happens, adjust it to make it work better type situations. So into the September, I've got the September overview. It needs a bit more decoration. I've got my month, and then into my weeks. And I think I've had a think about this. And if you look at this week, it was red and yellow. Well, the yellow worked perfectly, but the red didn't. I love these stickers. On this one, I just Tipp-Ex'd the words out and wrote them in, and I didn't like that. On this one, it was all blue writing, and on this one, it's coloured writing. So I think I'm going to do a combination of the two, and I'm going to put the same colour on the page. I'm going to put coloured writing on the page, and then any decoration, like I say, will all be the same colour, so it'll be all yellow, or it'll all be, you know, I'll highlight something out of this. And then definitely with these I might Tipp-Ex it out and then actually draw a box. I have lots of stencils, so I might like draw a box with the stencils to write the word in, as opposed to just writing it in. So that's that one. I still have this week to decorate and to plan out, and I need to go back and fill out last week's as well, which I will do, not a problem. The next section, and I just used a piece of card that is larger than the inserts but smaller than the cover, and then this is my home section, and I could put some post-it notes on there or something, but I put a piece of scrapbooking paper in there just to brighten that up a bit. And I've got the calendars, and then I've got the school dates on there, and then I've got my menu planning. Again, I haven't put the months in because I can't find them. I printed them all off, I can't find them wherever I put them, so I'm going to have to reprint them. It's as simple as that. I looked from this morning. No look. Because that says January, I might actually put a piece of scrapbooking paper in there to cover that as well. Or do I put the calendar there? Oh, I think I put the calendar there. Actually, that covers that. That's why that clips there. Yeah, that's right. Oh dear. So then we come to the first of the Transformer section. So if you remember, I put them both together, and now we're into the personal journal. So I've left the 6 months for life overview in it, which has some of the planning things in, and then this page was actually, because I started 6 months for life in May, so that's what there is. I need to put something in there, a quote or something to cover that. I came to the divider, and then I put that piece of scrapbook in. I've cut that down, and I've put that to cover the month up, and I actually really like that. And then all I've done then is put a piece of paper with a dot grid, because I'm going to put a habit tracker on there. Now, I'm not very good at habit trackers, so don't know how this is going to work, I have to say. It might be that I put a couple of the pages back for the from this reflective journal. I don't know. Again, it's going to be one of them. Use it, see. But if you remember, these are the sections that I wasn't looking at because I would just kept running out of time. So it will be a case of it's got to be one sheet, I think. Into my moon section, again, I've used a piece of scrapbooking paper to cover the month up, and then I've actually backed it with the same colour because that is going to be for October. It's very witchy, Halloween-y type. But I thought, when I just dropped in, I thought actually that's nice. It actually sort of encases the whole moon section in the purple, and having the slightly smaller paper sort of reflects that. And then I've just got a couple of dot grid pages in here for me to record moon rituals, or if I pick a tarot card or anything like that. I'm going to turn that around because that's going to drive me insane that it's not the same as the others. Anybody else like that? Everything's got to be the same. So that's for any rituals or cards I pull from my tarot deck or my oracle cards or whatever. Just a record of and again, this is the section that wasn't filled out, so you know, I might do some daily journaling in there, or you know, memory keeping or anything. That's sort of that free space, as it were. And then we come back to the next section of transforming, and then that transforms into my writing journal. And I haven't done anything with this, I just moved it all over. This is, again, I've got to sit down, I've got to really look at this and plan the things out. And then we're back to the personal journal. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's been a bit of a journey. It's taken me at least 3 weeks, I would say, to decide what to do with this. You know, the bullet journal just wasn't going to work. hopefully by transforming this into something almost like a completely new journal, but still using the stuff I've got, will work, I'm hoping. I don't have time to do bullet journal spreads. I don't particularly like pre-printed planners, because a lot of those are about because of back to school and all of those sort of things, and they're probably going to come onto I know the Happy Planner ones are all coming onto offer now, purely because it's just not set up the way my brain works or the way I need it. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll update you with my progress next month. How's that sound? If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you've ever had a planner rut and you've had to redesign everything and really go soul searching for how this needs to be. And the other thing you have to remember, when your planner stops working, it might not be the planner, it might be you. I know that's really bad to say, but it could be, and it's just mentally, you might be stressed, you might have lots of things going on, and it just doesn't work. The way I've coped with this is with an index card. It's simple as that. I've gone back to my index card, I've got one piece of paper, everything is written on that that's got to be done for the day, and I've worked off that. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. There is lots more coming in the next few weeks. In October we'll have the next instalment of the Planner Supply Challenge. Christmas is coming, and if anybody knows me, if you've been here a while, you'll know I am mad about Christmas. So hopefully everything will be fantastic and you'll enjoy what I've got for you. Okay, my craft orchard, where skills and ideas can grow. I'll see you soon.